Hey guys, how's it going? The Masterbucks here, and welcome to, of course, this a FIFA 14 info and screenshots video. And of course, guys, if you didn't know, about an hour and a half ago, or at least an hour and a half ago to the point of me recording this video, EA Sports, they came out and they said FIFA 14, it's a thing, it's going to happen, to many of our surprise, because FIFA 14, who would have seen that coming? But yeah, well, I'll tell you what is a bit of a surprise, the fact that they've announced it this early. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I just bought FIFA 13 fucking yesterday. I mean, it's been out for about half a year, and they're already announcing FIFA 14. I mean, did they announce it this early with FIFA 13? But hey, either way, I'm excited, and they've got plenty of information for us, which I'm going to be providing to you because, of course, as most of you know, I'm a FIFA YouTuber, and, you know, when they announced the new FIFA title, I mean, it's a fucking feeding frenzy. It's an FFF, for fuck's sake, I'm fucking pumped is all I'm trying to say. It's an FFF. It's a fucking feeding frenzy. I don't know why I thought that up, but anyway. Yeah, it's an FFF, essentially. So, yeah, it's, I have to get, you know, we're all trying to gather all the information. We're trying to figure everything out, and we're trying to fill you guys in on everything that you need to know. So, we're, of course, going to go through screenshots first. I want to get those out of the way because they look pretty good. And, yeah, let's get into them. So, of course, you can see here a bit of Bundesliga action with Schweinsteiger and Royce fighting for the ball here. Of course, Bayern Munich versus Bundesliga. And notice how Royce here is sort of dipping his shoulder and trying to get his torso in the way of Schweinsteiger to essentially protect the ball. That's what I think is going to be. I think this is a pretty good example of the new feature that they've added, or at least mentioned, called protect the ball, which is, of course, you know, your whether you've got the ball at your feet or you've got the ball coming at you from a pass, you can actually hold down LT, I think, and you'll be able to protect the ball as well. You'll be able to essentially you'll get in the way of whoever's trying to tackle you and sort of shield the ball, obviously protect the ball. You'll take possession, and it's just that's just one of the new features. I think this is a pretty good example of that, or that's what that's showing. Some of these screenshots may not necessarily be showing anything, but yeah, I mean, who knows? Excuse me. They could just be depictions of some of the new features. You've, of course, got some more Bundesliga action here with Wolfsburg and Hamburg SV. I don't really think there's an awful lot happening here, so we'll just move on. We've, of course, got now French action. PSG v Marseille. You've got Pastore. Yeah, number 27. So Pastore. I don't really know what's being shown here, but you look at the way that Pastore is like shaped with his arms and his torso swayed up to the side, and I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I've never really seen a player in that type of position or their body shape looking like that in a previous FIFA title before. So this could have something to do with the new. This might be more a protect the ball possibly, but yeah, it looks interesting. Now this screenshot here, ladies and gentlemen, more PSG v Marseille, and I really don't know who this player is because I don't know the Marseille team too well, but I'm going to have a guess and say because it's a white striker having a shot on goal, it might be Gignac. I don't know if he's even at the club anymore, but yeah, I mean, that's just my guess. If I'm wrong, then I apologise. But yeah, he's obviously taking a shot, and look at the way that he's shaped. He obviously looks a little bit awkward, and he's not probably taking it the best ways. Legs are crossed and his arms flapping around everywhere. This, ladies and gentlemen, I know is a very prime example of the new pure shot feature in FIFA 13, of course. It's a new feature which I'll touch on a little bit later, but it's essentially strikers or players that take a shot on goal now have to rearrange their body shape and get in the perfect position to make good contact with the ball. And if they don't get in a good position, it'll affect the shot. If they do get in a good position, again, it'll affect the shot, but in a positive way. And I think this is a great example of that. So, and some Italian stuff here. Yet again, I don't really know if this is much of anything. And Hamsik just having a shot. This is probably more pure shot as well. And Hamsik looking pretty good here. So, and the whole game's looking great as well. I think, obviously, I mean, these graphics are probably going to be a little bit better or more improved because they're only screenshots. And game developers do that when they release screenshots, that little Photoshop and airbrush shit to make it look a lot more high res and a lot better. But from what I've heard, this game is actually going to be a lot better looking anyway. So that's fantastic. And all FIFA, pretty much every new FIFA title is anyway. So yeah. And I fucking love how people, like on Facebook and Twitter, on the EA Sports Facebook page and Twitter page, you got people that are just essentially saying, oh, it's FIFA 11 version 0.3 all over again. It's stop making new games and fix the fucking server. It's hilarious how they come up with these ideas that it's a brand new game off bloody screenshots. I mean, come on, guys. But anyway, moving on. Now some English League, some English League stuff here, some Premier League. You've got Dembele taking a shot on yet again. I don't think there's too much here that we haven't already seen, the pure shot. And of course, this screenshot's probably the most famous one. It is, of course, or the one that's been around the most. Lionel Messi simply taking a shot on goal against Valencia, and that man there, he is the man of the hour, isn't he? He's going to be the cover star. He was last year. He's going to be this year, and there again, same deal. Facebook and Twitter, you've got people saying, "Why is Messi on the cover? Get him off. He's been on there for like a year now. I mean, get someone new. It's ridiculous." I mean, obviously they don't care. They're just FIFA. They're just either Barca or Messi haters. I know, but one, he's just signed a new contract with EA, so of course he's going to be on the cover. Two, he's the best player in the world. We all know that. And three, you're complaining about Messi being on the cover for 2 years in a row, but you had no problems with fucking Wayne Rooney, being on the cover for like 7 titles. I don't know. I find that ridiculous. Like, both Rooney and Ronaldinho as well. I think both two extremely talented players. Obviously they are, but let's face it. I mean, they're not the prettiest things to be looking at on the cover of they're on the cover of fucking anything, to be honest. I'm not having a go at them. Besides, let's face it, I might think that they're a little bit ugly, but hey, they're earning millions of dollars and fucking bitches and playing world football and they're world famous, and I'm not. So yeah, who wins there? But anyway, moving on. That is the last gameplay screenshot. Now let's move on to some. Oh, ignore this. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, let's move on to some career mode and some menu in-game, not actual in-game, but like in the menus, like whatever sort of screenshots. And I'm not going to mention the career mode stuff first because I will later, but have a look at these menus. I'm so glad that they've changed it up. It looks much more it looks much more interactive, a lot clearer, a lot wider as well. But I do enjoy that. I like the I like the look down here. They've gone with like the ultimate team sort of thing, where there's like, the check, but there are the boxes for each specific thing. Like there's a box for play match, a box for sim match, a box for your global scouting network, and all this information. I think that looks great with the whole tabs up in the top left hand in the top as well. And the new menus as well, instead of being on the bottom, they're on the top. And I really, really like this new layout. It looks fantastic. It sort of looks like a little bit like Assassin's Creed layout a little bit. I think that's probably the closest depiction of what I think it kind of looks like. But either way, whether you think I'm wrong or not, I just really like that. I wonder what change view is as well. But anyway, moving on. Let's get on to this. The Global Scouting Network, the huge thing that they're introducing into career mode as well. It's essentially like the shortlist on steroids. You'll pick players and they'll dissect, and you'll get scouts giving you reports and analytics on specific players with real sort of in-depth reports about their attributes, which is great. And one thing I'll really quickly mention, notice how Gabriel Oberton, who's of course a midfielder, a right mid, and you've got Suazo, who's also a mid as well, he's a right mid or whatever. But notice how it's right mid for an orange, and for a defender it's blue. Which is interesting, because position colour is going to change now, because, of course, orange in FIFA 13 is a goalkeeper and blue in FIFA 13 is strikers. Defenders going to be blue now, and midfielders, or at least wingers, going to be orange now. I mean, who knows? But yeah, and one thing that I'm really interested in is, look at this. You got the whole depiction, like accurate stats of, sort of ranges of where a player's rating in, say, athleticism, technical ability, shooting, passing. I'm just interested because obviously if you want to know that information, you just look at the player and you pull up his exact accurate stats. Are we not going to be able to do that in career mode anymore? That, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that would be a real game changer. That'd be interesting. Not being able to just go to a player and having a look at his specific stats to see what he excels in and what he's not great at. You'd actually have to scout the player and get someone to feed you reports and say, yeah, he's good at this, he's good at that, and he's not good at this. You wouldn't be able to get those stats. That would be something. But I don't know if that's going to happen. And yeah, so the Global Scouting Network, it looks fucking awesome. The menu for career mode looks awesome, and I cannot wait to play career mode with these new features. And with this new feature and in this new menu, it just looks great. And you've, of course, got a few more screenshots. I'll get through these nice and quick. This is just a little bit of artwork, a little bit of frame by frame of the pure shot. Messi having a shot on goal, adjusting his body shape in the right position to make good contact. And, of course, you've got 14 is coming. You've seen this plenty of times in the hype leading up to this announcement. Messi, the cover star, 14 is coming. We can't wait. That's the screenshots. Now, let's get on to some of the information now. I'm just going to pull this up. And basically, this is on EA's, EA.com's. It's their official home screen. It's their official website. So this is an article which is released on their website. And let's read through some of the I'll read through some of the new features and I'll give you my 2 cents. I won't read through any of the other bullshit halfway through, or at the start or at the end of, oh, we won 250 awards for our game. We're the fucking shit. You should buy FIFA 14. So we'll just get on to the actual onto the actual fucking new feature. So anyway, here we go. Pure shot. Finishing has been transformed with pure shot, so players have the intelligence to adjust their stride and approach angle to find the best positions for hitting the back of the net. Well-hit balls will feel more exhilarating and rewarding. So, as I've been saying many times in the screenshots there, you're pretty much going to have to, you're taking your shot on, you have to adjust the way, you just have to adjust your body shape and where you plant your foot and where you're making contact with the ball, because that will affect the actual strike of the ball and the flight of the ball as well. So it's going to have a massive input or a massive impact on how the shot actually turns out. And if you're under pressure, obviously that will make it a lot harder and it will affect the shot a lot more. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. We've also got real ball physics. Okay. Plus, real ball physics now determine the trajectories of balls, enabling players to kick the ball with force from distance, drill low rising shots with accuracy, and blasting dip or turbulent shots just like real footballers. Now, this is going to be good as well because this is more like the whole new ball. Yeah, this is the new ball physics, of course. It's going to be great because it looks like that they've actually improved on like how the ball reacts in the air. Like, you know how, especially in like the FIFA in the World Cup 2010 World Cup, how they had those not great balls and they'd absolutely smash a ball and it'd just travel and swerve all over the joint in the air, and you had no idea what direction it was going to go in. It would be going left, and then it would be going right, and then it'd be going left again. It was unbelievable. It looks like that if you hit the ball hard enough, that sort of shit's actually going to happen in FIFA 14 now, and that's awesome. So, I mean, that's probably going to really affect, and that ties in pretty well with our pure shot as well. So, I'm really going to be interested to see how that goes. Apparently, like spin is going to, and curve is going to have a lot to do with it. So, finesse shots might be changing a little bit as well, and spin as well. I've heard that if you take a shot on or you get blocked or something like that, and there's a bit of spin to the ball, when the ball lands, it's actually going to spin in that direction. So they're going really, really in depth with the ball physics as well. So I'm really liking that as well. Okay, let's move on to protect the ball. Protect the ball will enable players to fend off and block defenders from the ball while dribbling at any speed or outmuscle opponents for position before receiving the pass. Then turn the defenders to carve out opportunities. So again, I touched on that before. You've got the ball at your feet. Someone's trying to tackle you or get the ball away from you. He's grabbing your shoulder. You can now get in the way of that defender and get in between him and the ball. Protect the ball. Drop your shoulder. Get your torso in the way of him, and you'll also be able to do the same. Maybe you're one-on-one running at a loose ball. If you hit whatever button it is, I think it might be LT to do the whole protect the ball thing. You'll be able to drop your shoulder, get inside the player that you're chasing for the ball. Get on the inside of him, get in between him and the ball, and you'll be able to, you'll be the one to take possession, and of course that will be huge. So, yeah, protect the ball. I've also heard that, yeah, LT probably is going to be protect the ball now when you've got possession, and that's going to be really interesting because I heard a rumor, and I don't know about this for a fact, that LT, to do skill moves, you now no longer have to hold down LT. That is huge, and if there are any FIFA skillers watching this video, then please drop in the comment section below because I want to know if you think that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I think it'll definitely be interesting, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I think there's a lot of things where there are a lot of skill moves where I feel like, well, how could you be able to do that skill move without holding down LT? Things like the Rabona Fakey or the Rabana Fakey or whatever. But yeah, anyway, moving on. So yeah, protect the ball. That looks all pretty good. Now let's have a look at teammate intelligence. Teammate intelligence has been improved on both sides of the ball. Now new decision-making logic delivers tighter, smarter marking and improved run tracking where defenders recognize opportunities to provide support and win back possession, while attacking players have new ways to outsmart their opponents by creating space for themselves, running along the back line and checking their pace. Major changes to ball control add new tools to win the midfield battle. So they're pretty much saying that your teammates aren't going to be retarded anymore. And let's face it, I mean, they're not retarded. I mean, attacking intelligence, I definitely noticed it in the FIFA 13 demo. They announced it, and they said that was a thing in FIFA 13. I did announce that. My players made better runs, and yet again, the defending was pretty much bullshit. Clearing the ball out of congestion in your third is ridiculous, but hopefully that they fix shit like that up. I don't know. They're pretty much saying that our players won't be retards anymore. I mean, I'll just wait until I've got the game to make that assessment because you can say that shit won't happen, but I can guarantee you that shit's still going to happen. But anyway, moving on. 2 more to go. One of them is sprint double turns. Sprint double turns enable players to turn in every direction at sprint speed while preserving momentum, delivering the control and confidence to take on defenders one-on-one. So that's going to be huge because now you've essentially got a whole 360 resolution to sort of determine what way you're going to be taking you're going to be able to, the direction you'll be taking while sprinting. If you want to take too wide an angle, obviously that's going to slow you down, but now you won't just, you can pretty much already do this with the LTRT. You'll be able to keep your momentum and completely change direction, like do a 90-degree turn and still be able to keep, and still have the exact same sort of pace or momentum that you have. But anyway, sprint dribble turns. This does look pretty interesting as well, and I'm going to really quickly wrap this up with variable dribble touches. Introduces variety on touches when sprinting. Skilled players will have better touch and more control when sprinting with the ball. So you thought first touch was your only problem in FIFA 13, where you just had to make sure, come on, make a good touch. Make a good touch, please. Yes, it's a good touch. Well, now you can be totally alone, sprinting down the wings, and you can just take one fucking bad touch and launch it like 20 yards in front of you, like it's one of those super hyped bridges, or you'll take a bad touch, it'll go off in a diagonal angle and maybe, who knows, run over the touchline. It all depends on the player's ball control and dribbling. And if you thought that was important in FIFA 13, it sounds like it's going to be huge in FIFA 14. But yeah, so lower overall players, you're going to definitely feel the struggle with a lower overall player with the ball at his feet. But anyway, I reckon that's pretty much it. There's obviously more stuff down here with changes to Ultimate Team, a new online mode that will encourage social competition. That sounds exciting. Multiple new features to benefit the EA Sports Football Club. A live service is the heartbeat of FIFA, and complete authenticity with more than 500 officially licensed clubs. And there's some more information here about career mode and the global scouting network, which I've already pretty much touched on. I'll really quickly read through this. The Global Scouting Network brings the world of professional scouting to life. Players now develop and refine a scouting network and search for talent year-round. Scouts can evaluate footballers all over the world to uncover the attributes and traits of every player in the game in preparation for transfer windows. Plus, a new hub delivers easy navigation, fewer interruptions, and live scouting reports. As I said before, the new hub, the new menu, whatever you want to call it, looks great. And of course, the Global Scouting Network looks like it's going to be interesting as well. So, yeah, guys, that is pretty much everything. And thank you so much for watching this, the first, or at least my first, FIFA 14 info and screenshots video. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. It's taken me a while to get this video together and try to get it done as quickly as possible. And I'm living in Australia, okay? So it is late in Australia. Like, it's 11:25 p.m. This is like 3 hours past my bedtime, okay? I mean, I'm going to be fucking wrecked in the morning, okay? I got to go to work, for crying out loud. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you did enjoy it, because, again, I put in a lot of work. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, and most importantly, subscribe for more FIFA 14 info and for current FIFA 13 career modes and all that hoo-ha. So, thank you for watching, guys. I am yours again with the Master Bucks, and peace out. Hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Catch you later. Bye-bye.